joined the LINDSAY Lab working on kidSIM as a summer gig because I got originally sent an email in January, beginning of February, and I saw that they had these virtual reality projects, and immediately I was super excited. I worked in other labs before, like analyzing data, but I'd never really done something visual, and I really liked that new aspect of it, that I could be helping people. And I'm working on the pediatric LeukemiaSim project, and so we're building a virtual reality game for pediatric leukemia patients. And I really love kids. I want to pursue a degree in medicine eventually, and I want to be a pediatrician. So I thought this was like the great gap between it to get that visual artsy side, the computer science side, which I love so much, and then also my love for kids incorporated into the project as well. I think my biggest accomplishment over the summer, I have to say, was when I first got the game into virtual reality. So I started by developing it on a PC, and I had a main scene where kids could interact with different types of blood cells, these little characters. And then eventually I started to have these mini games in it too. And after I finished the first mini game, I was like, okay, it's time. Let's try and get this in virtual reality. And I spent a week trying to transfer this PC game over to the virtual reality. And the moment those controllers started working and you could move around, I was like, wow, this is real now. Like, this is exciting. So I think kind of from the lab aspect, the biggest takeaway for me was collaboration. We were in a very collaborative environment, and the ability to talk with people, share ideas, bounce ideas off of each other, it like really got the creative process moving. I think it also, the summer taught me a lot about how creative I am, because like I've always thought of myself as this very logical, math, science-based person, and I was doing a lot of art in a project that like I never really used that part of my brain. Actually, my worst grade in grade 9 was grade 9 art. And I kind of like tried to step away from that. So to be able to experience that other side, work with people who have that artsy side and bounce ideas off of them was like a super cool moment for me in the summer. What inspired me most about LINDSAY? I think the whole idea that we can bring biology to life for people who might not have another way to experience science was kind of what inspired me most about LINDSAY. This whole idea of experiencing human bodies and systems, and how systems work together in a whole new dimension for kinesthetic learners, for people who would never get to experience it or would never have the ability to learn in the way that we often teach biology, as like, here's the things, memorize it, and then you forget it unless you keep on memorizing it over and over again. And I think LINDSAY gets away from that. It says like, this is our body, we need to know how it works in order to live healthy lives, so let's learn how it works by going inside it, by experiencing it. So my philosophy around computer science, I kind of see computer science as a tool that we can develop with, and it works amazing. Like the innovation that we're able to see from where computer science began to today is super cool. It's going to be the future of health, I think, especially from that health science background. I think it's going to be the future of so many different domains as we just keep on following this exponential curve. I also get a little scared of where computer science is going. I think there's so much good that can go with it, but I think there's also so much that as a society we need to develop ourselves around to deal with it. So like there's been studies of young children, and they spend so much time on their iPad that when they go to collect a ball, they catch a ball, they do it like this. And so I think we need to learn as a society to adapt to this amazing technology that we're having, but also to realize that technology is not our world, and with great innovation, we still need to have those moments. So we were like talking about my project going into the fall yesterday, and my project going into the fall is going to be a space for children to go, if they're in the hospital and they're really sick, to like chat with other children, and we were talking about creating this nature space. And I think so much, in order to be able to create these spaces in computer science, we need to have experiences with the real world too. And so I think society and computer science need to be at this balance, and at that point, great innovation is going to happen.